questions to ask throughout a campaign with the confidence rising. I told WDF don't switch, good times are coming on even deep diving. Fan cams, reactions, watch along, still the pride of London thriving. The Eagles of South, they flying. Keep your eyes on us, we ain't hiding.
Big up and good evening, everyone. We're back again. The game's coming thick and fast as it stands. We got another game tomorrow night. Oh my gosh, that's way too bright. Tomorrow night, away at the Vitality Stadium against Bournemouth. For me personally, with our next 7 after that, is it next 7, next 8 even, in fact, after Bournemouth? I think this might be a must-win game due to the fact that we didn't capitalise on the performance against Forest, where we should have won that game based on the chances. But anyway, JC, how's it going?
Yeah, all good, man. Looking forward to my journey down there tomorrow night. Hopefully it's a bit better than my last time going there, because the last time I went there, the motorway was closed. So it was just A roads the whole way there, and it was a mission. So that was fun.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And we lost, which made it even better. So hopefully we could come away with a win this time.
Nice, isn't it? Dan, how are you, mate?
Yeah, all good. I'll be on here for a minute, just so I've got to go work in like 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm all good.
No problem. And it's good to have Rob back. Obviously representing Bournemouth. Let's start with you, Rob, because obviously when you were here for the reverse fixture earlier in the season, you were confident.
That seems like a long time ago as well.
It does.
Doesn't it?
It does. And obviously for us Palace fans, we were not happy with how we were playing. And it showed. It showed against Bournemouth at Sellers Park. We were terrible. But that's not taking it away from you.
Oh, hang on. What's that? Oh, Ipswich have just scored. Oh, lovely.
Oh, that must have been last minute then. That was
like 90, literally last kick of the game, 97.
Ooh.
That's important.
3-2. Lovely. Yeah, because like I messaged you, Rich, after the game on it, I think you guys were poor. You were all right. I can shut myself back out now. Yeah, I thought you guys were kind of poor. We weren't. I don't think we were brilliant, but we did enough, and I think it was a different side to us that we could play a little bit, almost sort of do the dirty stuff and win. So it was cool. Yeah, I think it was a comfortable 2-0, wasn't it?
It was. And I think from our standpoint, when you look back at the goals, the first, I think you scored very early on. Senesi, I believe. It was either
first
corner or a cross. Yeah, it was either a corner or cross into the box, which Joe Ward didn't defend really well. And then obviously the second one from the break. But I don't even think we laid a glove on you, to be honest.
Not that I can recall. It was a very stunted game.
Yeah. How would you say your season's been since then?
Well, since we were in good form then, so sort of tail end of November throughout December, we were flying. Kind of stunted a little bit since sort of mid-January. I know we've been a little bit erratic with results, but we're safe. I'm very confident that we're still safe. So yeah, it's just seeing the season out now, doing as best we can, because we're something like 6 points away from an outside Europe place. It's obviously not going to happen, but there's obviously the carrot, if you like.
Yeah, because I was thinking even like after you played us, like you said, you were in a very good run of form. Do you feel a bit disappointed that you didn't really like push on? It's almost like you win a game, you lose a game, and you're kind of just teetering.
Yeah, I think the biggest sort of, well, it's easy to say, like we create loads, but we've not been clinical enough, and that's been consistent. So you don't deserve to be up there if you can't convert chances. And I think, like I said to you lads earlier in the season, the still priority was safety first. Anything else is a bonus. So it's a good stepping point.
No, absolutely. I mean, I will have to say thank you to you lot because I think it was about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, I think
For
it
a
was.
looting game.
Oh my gosh. When they went 3 up, I was like, crap, we're getting dragged right into this, by the way. Like, talk us through that game, because it's obviously a game of 2 halves, but like, what was so bad about you in one half that was so good in another?
Well, I was obviously exiled in that one, so I was listening in. The first half was just really bad defensive errors, just no concentration, just not paying attention in any shape or form. And then the second half, we rocked up. Someone had a rocket up their ass, and we're like, all right, we're actually decent at playing. Hello, little man. You fixed it. So yeah, we sorry, multitasking at its finest, lads.
I'm used to it.
Are you saying hello? Go on, say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, there we go then. Go on, then, dude. Yeah, I think it was just a rocket up the arse. A couple of good substitutions, and like, look, they're where they are for a reason. Put some effort in and play a bit better. All right, that's it.
Absolutely.
Time to go now. Go back to Grandad. But yeah, it was, and I think we needed that early goal. If the early goal didn't come, we would have really struggled. But Solanke scored within the first 5 minutes of the second half, kickstarted the whole thing.
No, indeed. I mean, obviously, like I said, from a Palace standpoint, and this is going to play its part, and big up to Matthew from UTC IAD, and big up to obviously Craig as well. I think he just come back from holiday, so he couldn't make it, and Matt was going to come in and jump in on this, but it's all good, to be fair. You are going to be playing a different side this time around. Like, how are you feeling about tomorrow's game?
I think I'm a little less confident. I think we've still got to have a little bit going in from a couple of good wins, maybe the momentum starting again. But I think your form's almost been as erratic as ours as well. So it could be one of those games where it could easily be 4-4 and it could easily be 0-0. So I think it's just going to be one of those games. I think both teams are going to be up for it. I think it's going to be less depressing for you lot as well.
We hope so.
Well, it can't be worse.
It can be. Trust me, it can be.
But I think obviously you guys you've still an outside chance of getting dragged into it. So you guys are going to be up for it tomorrow.
No, absolutely. Dan, just quickly, because I know you got to shoot. How do you see us approaching this game tomorrow? Bear in mind, we obviously played Saturday as well.
I think he'll put out the same team, to be honest, because we don't have anyone else to put on. So it's a difficult one because they will be knackered, and I imagine they'll be knackered about 60, 70 minutes. So with that in mind, I think we'll try to go for it in the first half and just see where we kind of end up. Because in the second half, then we're going to have to bring on players like Will Hughes. Maybe we might see Jeffrey Schlupp as well. Maybe Mathurin. Maybe, who knows? But I think that tiredness is going to certainly factor. We've struggled with tiredness even when we played once a week. So playing twice a week.
3 games this week, really.
Yes. So I don't know. I think JC said it yesterday, but I think we'll put more of our eggs in tomorrow than on Saturday, because obviously Saturday we got City. Even with a full team, we'd probably lose anyway. So that's what I'd like to think.
No, I agree. I mean, I even mentioned it in the match reaction. Play our full team, our first team, our best available team available to us tomorrow. And if we have to play like 5 or 6 of the kids against City on Saturday, so be it. So be it. JC, let's go through some comments before we go through Glasner's notes.
Yeah, so first of all, we've got Chairman here saying big up yourself now. Hope everyone's had a good Easter. Big up Monty. Big up Louis saying it doesn't feel like 7:30. Big up yourself, Louis, and your TikToks. Evening all by Earth. Alessandra says, "Good evening, guys. I don't know why, but I I continue to be a little underwhelmed by Bournemouth. They're all right, but hardly a class above. They had a bit of a streak where they went on a hot run as well, didn't they? I think a few months ago, maybe.
Yeah.
They seemed to beat everyone. But,
Yeah, December, late November through to sort of mid-January, we were doing really well.
when they had their summer window, I thought they'd be flying, but their injuries haven't helped. Yeah,
that's a good point.
True.
Yeah, I think like is Alex Scott fit, or is he still in and out?
Scott's fit. Obviously, he had a slow start. I don't think he played for us till mid-October. We've just had Tyler Adams return, which is massive. He played 90 on Saturday, so I don't expect him to start tomorrow. But he played 90 and he was phenomenal. But yeah, I think injury front, most players have got back. We've got all 4 of our fullbacks available, so there's a bit of fight there. I think the only sort of first teamers there now are Senesi and Sinistera, I think, are the only 2 big injuries. So.
Oh my god, that Luton game! I think we was all drawn to it.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Because I tuned in at 3-3 because I saw the comeback. And I was thinking, there's got to be a winner here, and what happened. Didn't it? Spot on. I think you lot will do better. A lot more people coming back for you. Must be nice to score from a corner. What is it now? Like 150 corners, no goals from us.
210. 210.
I think. Ironically, the last time we did score from a corner was against Bournemouth. Like,
was it? Wasn't it?
It was like last season, wasn't it?
Wasn't it
Yeah,
Arsenal
it was Eze, wasn't it? We hit it from outside the box.
Oh, that. I don't know.
Jeffrey Shutt scored Arsenal away for a corner.
Oh, did he? Oh, fair enough.
That was Paddy took right after Vieira got sacked. Paddy took that game.
Oh, fair enough. All right, ignore me.
We scored from 2 last year at the Vitality. Yeah, I'm sure we scored.
We did
2
score
corners.
Yeah.
Who knows? I like to know RXG from our corners since Gallagher. Not Gallagher.
Gallagher.
Well, but it's like 2-3. Toffee fan listening along. Do both of you fan groups feel like you're 1 win away from being on the beach? I think 1 win and some draws. I don't think that 1 win and that's it. I think 1 win and a few draws and then you're good. But, to be fair, you can never be too safe in the Premier League these days.
I'd say for us probably, because we've got an 8-point gap between you guys.
So I'd say
you guys are safe.
You're safe.
I think we are anyway. It's nice to just confirm it as well.
I think as Palace fans, we can't be happy until it's mathematically impossible to go down.
Last game of the season.
Yeah.
When it's mathematical, then I'm happy. But until then, it's stress. Last comment, a bit random, but I'm not sure you boys know how good Malcolm is in his mental attitude. He's the only thing that lets him down. But I really hope he has a future here. I don't think he's doing too well at Molenbeek, is he? I don't think he's had as much game time much game time. He's great talent, good player, but as you said, his mentality is probably the thing that's holding him back a bit. Because he had that under 23 game against Monaco, absolutely killed everyone. But even then, you had Roy there, who wasn't going to reward that performance with the first team. But it is what it is. But he needs to do it more consistently. That's the bottom line.
No, absolutely. Dan, I know you got to shoot. You got to work.
I'm going to bounce. Right, see you guys later. I'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of the stream.
Take care. Right, Rob, you're gonna have to hear us talk about Palace for a little bit. All right, so Glasner says getting more players into advanced positions is key to his side scoring more goals as they prepare to take a Bournemouth at the Vitality. They all have great finishes. We just got to make sure we finish our dinner. The manager said of his attacking players, with Ebbs, I like that he has so many chances, and not just by dribbling, but also because he runs into space or after set plays, he has a great finish. So I'm really calm that we will score the goals. What I'm thinking about is, okay, we have JP with many moments that can score. We have Ebbs and many moments that he can score, but we need also more players. So basically saying here, between Ebbs and JP, they're the only ones really having shots and scoring goals, and he's wanting others to put in a bit more. I mean, I guess you could put Ayew into that category as well. We have these chances and we want to bring more players forward. We had Tyreek and there was a ball behind the back line in the 90th minute against Forest, but no one was there. The same ball from France against Burnley. We had 2 players there and Jordan scores a goal. So this is what I think is our job, to bring the players into positions where they can score a goal and they have the quality to score goals. Basically, get more players back into the box. He said, although it's a tight turnaround from the game at the City ground, it means that there's little work that can take place on the training ground before heading to the South Coast. But he's focusing on improving as each game passes. Of course, we do it in training, maybe not until after Bournemouth now because it's just about recovery. But yes, we will do it to give them confidence. And then he also has high views on Adam Waters. So that's pretty much it from what he mentioned today. So we've probably not trained. We've done recovery. We've probably maybe done a bit of tactical stuff, but I haven't trained like intensely going into this game. So those were Glasner's thoughts. Anything out of that tickles your fancy there, JC?
I mean, it's nice to know that he also sees the like the lack of players there, like the lack of people getting into the box and the lack of commitment going forwards. Because really, if you do look at everyone outside of really Eze, Mateta, and even Munoz, everyone else is extremely defensively minded in the whole team. So apart from those 3, I don't really see anyone else scoring a goal or even making a chance. Granted, Lerma did a magnificent pass the other day, but he's tried that all season, and it's now April, and it's only come off once. So, it just shows how defensive we are, and the fact that we really have still most of our key players are still injured. So, in reality, it's a miracle that we're still playing like how we're playing, even with all these injuries. But it does show that he wants more commitment to go forwards, and he knows that we've got talent in our squad. It's just that we've got to finish our dinner more. And to be fair, I think even if we don't, I think even if Eze gets all these chances again, he still has to finish them at the end of the day, because he missed 2 open goals in the last game, and that would see us through maybe 2-1, 3-1. We'll be in a much better position, but it's just a fact of being more confident in front of goal, and that's really the be all and end all of it.
No, absolutely. And when you think about it, we're now talking in the Glasner system of we're not taking our chances, whereas beforehand we weren't making any chances. You know what I mean? So there's definitely been improvement under Glasner. If we get a clinical streak to us, I think we're looking good in the future, but that's a big if.
Mm-hmm.
Big if.
Well, Dan released a new scouting thread on a striker earlier today, actually, and it's actually a proper thread, by the way. It's not an April Fool's joke like other people have been saying. It is a proper thread, and he's a good player.
No, 100%. If you haven't seen it, go on the Twitter account at Eagle Eyed Ball and go check it out. Dan does wicked work with these scout reports. Like, I'm sitting there reading, like, oh my gosh, it's proper intense. Right, you know what we're gonna do, because we've got a bit of time on our hands. We'll start off with Rob as the home team. You're gonna let us know who you think your starting lineup will be tomorrow.
Okay, I think we'll have a couple of tweaks from Saturday. So I think it'll be Neto, but there's a lot of calls for him to be dropped. There's another howler at the weekend, creeping in quite a lot. I think it'll be Neto, Smith, Zabani, Mepham. I think Kelly will come in for Kirkez. I think then it'll be Scott and Cook. Front four, sorry. Then probably as you were with Tavernier on the left, Kluivert through the middle, Semenyo on the right and Solanke up top. So I think it'll be Kelly in for Kirkez and Scott in for Adams.
Right. I'm still bitter about that Semenyo one, Still bitter about because
Well, he was
he's
offered to
such
us
a
before
player, man.
Bournemouth.
Honestly, I think most of us are saying that he's been our sort of surprise of the season. We knew he got it. We knew he was, but his touch is magic. He's strong. He's quick. He's powerful. He can shoot. He goes both ways, left foot, right foot. He's phenomenal.
Because I'm
Definitely
sure
definitely been our surprise of the season for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure that because I think one of our higher ups went to Bristol, didn't they? And they actually offered both Scott and Semenyo to us, but good old Roy Hodgson turned them down.
Yeah, we'll take both of them. That's absolutely sound.
Oh well.
Yeah, and I think Vieira wanted him as well.
I think Vieira wanted Scott. No.
I think he wanted Semenyo 1 January as well.
No, but they didn't want to sell in that January. I don't think we wanted to buy him in that January because he was injured for most of the season up until that point. And then it was January till the end of the season where he just was on fire. And then pretty much every club in the lower half of the Premier League wanted him.
And we messed up. It is what it is. Jason, if we put the graphic up, what do you think we're going to be the same?
I would probably agree. I don't think that there's anything that we really do that's going to change that, really, is it? So it's going to be Henderson in goal with...
Is that a 5 at the back?
Yeah, it's like...
All right.
Well, it's not a 5 and it's not a 3. It's sort of like a mixture. It's like that's sort of how we play. And you got
No, I'm not going out of the kitchen.
Wharton, Richards,
Okay.
Anderson.
Anderson's really stepped up as of late, though. Just lapses of concentration sometimes towards the back end of from crosses from deep. I think that's the only big issue, but all round he's been playing well.
Yeah, that's sort of how we play now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I would guess our team would be. Exactly what started against Forest. But
yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it, but I was just going to say from he has, but the 70th minute is where it's going to be an issue because our bench is so weak.
Well, yeah, our midfield substitution will go from Will Hughes to Jefferson Lerma, isn't it? That's the kind of upgrades we're talking about here.
Yeah, I'm hoping Wharton can do a 90, man, because he's always getting hooked.
I'm actually, I was saying this to Chairman the other day, I'm actually a little bit surprised about how bad his fitness really is, bearing in mind that he came from the Championship mid-season. And I'm sure even for Blackburn, he was playing 90 minutes twice a week, every week. And it's just a surprise to me that his fitness is so bad. But then again, the quality and the intensity of the Premier League is probably completely different to the Championship.
No, absolutely. Louis, 100%. JP right now is, and obviously we've changed our mind since the last time. But in this system, JP's our number one. He's been brilliant. You know. You know what? Here's why I would say yes. Because I just think there's just a bit more from ownership. Like, there's a bit more intent there. However, this Glasner decision, let me come back to this in the summer. This summer, our window is massive. It's probably the biggest summer windows we're going to have in years. You know, maybe even going back to Vieira's first. Because we could potentially be losing up to 4 of our starters. And we've obviously got to try and somehow replace them too, if all of them go. you know. After that, I will let you know if Bournemouth will get into Europe before we ever do. But as it stands, I'll say yes.
I think obviously that's Foley's aim. He's not been shy about it. He said he wants us to push and progress and whatever else. I mean, I think like we said in December, you've got the top sort of 6, 7, and then everyone else is fair game. You can, if you get a good run, stay injury free, bit of consistency. There's nothing saying that you can't scrape it. I think it's a little bit stretched for us at the moment. We're a little bit naive still, a little bit ignorant going forward, but there's a potential there for sure.
Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting here looking through, like for example, I'm just looking through Bournemouth's team, and there's just so much more depth everywhere,
100%.
all over their pitch compared to what we have right now. And
yeah, I think that was kind of recorded in the weekend piece for The Athletic by the Everton journo. But obviously he was bitter that we've got sort of a stronger squad and better options on the bench than the mighty Everton. But yeah, we're improving, we're recruiting well. It'll be an interesting summer losing Richard Hughes to Liverpool, who was our technical director, so sort of chief of business as well. Like he was responsible for a lot of our scouting. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, we'll see.
yeah, let's hope the same doesn't happen for us with Dougie, because if Dougie goes, then our scouting goes as well, doesn't it?
Because he's linked with United, is that right?
Yeah. And is it Ashworth? He's staying at Newcastle now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because I also read earlier, wasn't it, the Southampton director of football or whatever it was had stepped down today. I think he was going somewhere. I wasn't sure where.
There's just lots of movement around, boy. Lots of movement around. And obviously, speaking of Southampton, I forgot you. That was a massive cheer from you earlier when Ipswich got the winner. So
it's not even about Southampton. Like, it's the local game, man. Regardless of not getting into all that nonsense of whatever local rivalry, that's all it is. It's a whole kettle of worms. It's more like. Okay, I did read that right. I wasn't entirely sure. I don't want to make myself sound stupid.
Well, that helps.
But like, I just want Ipswich to come up because it's nice to see sort of not the same teams do it.
Yeah.
Like when you get like your Watfords and your Norwiches and your Burnleys sort of yo-yoing every other year, it's really tedious. So like, I'd be buzzing if it was Ipswich just because it's a new team. Like it's the same when I was really stoked when Luton came up. It's someone different. It's cool.
No, 100%.
I just want to know how the hell we got 30 minutes into this and we haven't even mentioned Dominic Solanke yet.
Oh, let's go. It's a special subject. Let's go.
How has he been in your eyes this season so far?
Oh, phenomenal. That was the player we had in the championship. Look at that. Beautiful. Say he's confident now. He's obviously there was question marks last season of whether he could do it in the Premiership. He only got 7 or 8 goals or something. But now he's doing it. He's the guy. He's finally stepping up. He's feeling the potential. Maybe later than what.
So to interrupt you, that's a shot, and also Leicester going up because we'll come up with a points deduction as well.
That'll do. That's a good start to begin with.
100%.
But he's the man now. He's obviously had potential, and in the under-20s for forever, he was phenomenal. And for England under-21s, he was brilliant and all that. But he's comfortable, he's happy, he's confident. And we're playing a system that suits him to the ground. So everything's just mad that he is just becoming the guy.
Yeah, because I remember when you bought him from Liverpool for 30 million, I think everyone in the Premier League was thinking, "What on earth?"
He's a road shout. It was definitely
because even in the I think even before when he was in the Premier League before he got relegated. He didn't pull up any trees in that point. It was that year or two in the Championship that really developed him.
Yeah, I think his struggle when he joined was he was playing second string to both Josh King and Callum Wilson.
Yeah.
Howe probably wanted to try him as more of a number 10. And he was like, so his record looked crap because he was getting 10 minutes every game at the end. But yeah, the seasons in the Championship really sparked him up because he hadn't actually had consistent game time. So his development was properly stunted because he was just playing sort of reserves and whatever else. But the Championship's a massive place to properly get your teeth into.
No, absolutely. Now, I'm going to just put your Gareth Southgate head on. All right. If you were Gareth Southgate, all right, Harry Kane's going, and I think Ivan Toney might be the second one. That's a definite. Then you've got like Ollie Watkins. Would you take Solanke ahead of him?
I'd say take Solanke over Toney, to be honest. I think.
Oh.
I think Watkins deserves it. Watkins' goal contributions this season are insane. He's been phenomenal, not just goals but assists. I think actually being semi-biased, I think Solanke's most suited to the England sort of formation. Sort of the solitary striker, leading the line, pressing, being the sole focal head. I think Solanke's more suited it to than the other two. I think he was desperately unlucky not to get the call up this term. And again, a little bit infuriating that Southgate's kind of come out and said he was looking at him, but picked Toney ahead of him because Toney's had experience in the England camp. Was the only sort of nod that he had, which was a little bit annoying. Selfishly, it's great for us because obviously he stays a little bit fit, no risks of injuries and all. But yeah, I think it was.
We know about England injuries.
Absolutely. I think we've got to that stage now with like both Ebbs and Mitchell. We're just like, if they don't get called up.
And John Stone, he got injured in the bloody
yeah.
England team.
It's like, if they don't get called up, we're like, we don't care, no. We don't care. Before we'd be like, oh, that's unfair. Look how well they're playing. And now it's like, you know what, actually, Gallagher.
Well, another one I said, another rogue shout would have been Lewis Cook. He's been phenomenal this season. Sits in front of the back line very well. And obviously, CDM's a slight weak spot.
Yeah, I think they're going to take Kobe Maino over him.
Yeah. Well, the kid's in form as well. But I think Cook would have done a very good job there, and wouldn't have been too far away from the reckoning. I don't think.
Yeah, even an outside shout of Wharton because they took one look at him in the under-20s and said he's too good for this and put him up to the 21s instantly, didn't they?
Yeah, this is it. But I think Southgate, he's got his favourites, like his.
Oh yeah, like Henderson just shooing and it's so unnecessary.
And also with the fact that I don't know what's wrong with Southgate, but we've really diverted here, by the way. Him wanting to play 2 6s, like why? Play 1 6 and 2 8s, or a 6 8 and a 10. He's literally handcuffing England squad. It's crazy.
Yeah, that Brazil game was dire. That was awful.
It was bad. Right, guys, those in the chat, we're gonna need your help. We're going to need your help. We're coming towards the end of the season. We've been doing predictions leagues. Rob's been involved in it, but he's safe, so it's all good. We're going to need your help. Right, so here's the updated scores. So this was obviously last weekend's. JC with 14 points.
Here we go.
Smashed it, to be fair. I got 10, Nikki 9, Dan 7, Nate 4, and Rhea 2. Rhea, it's not looking good right now. It's not looking good. So, amongst the Eagle-Eyed football team, here is the scores. As it stands, Rhea will be doing a forfeit if she's bottom at the end of the season. We've had a group chat about it. We've got some suggestions here or there. But if there's any other suggestions for forfeits, please let us know either through Twitter DMs, leave a comment in any of our videos, message now, think about forfeits.
And remember, they're personalized to the person, so there'll be different forfeits for different people.
Yeah. Be creative with it. Now, when it comes to including the whole community, I'm still top, but literally by just, we'll call it goal difference, because obviously I've just got more correct scores. OTC he said he's confirmed he's doing the forfeit. He's happy to do it. So we did, once again, for the second forfeit, we need to know what OTC is doing for his forfeit, unless he does some madness in the last 8 weeks and climbs above Louis, who's also forgotten to put in predictions for like the
Yeah,
last
if he gets above Tidy, then Tidy, you're holding a forfeit.
100%. The third forfeit. So remember, there's 3 forfeits all together. This is the guest. All the guests that we have on the show. James Taylor, Spurs fan, he's currently top. We have, as it stands, a forfeit playoff last game of the season. So as it stands, both Dan, Burnley fan, and Dave, a Forest fan, will have to predict the final game of fixtures, week 38, as it stands, unless someone comes in the last 8 games, 9 games, and scores 2.
Well, all I'm saying is the person who did that last season got 4 this season. So, Patrick, you're safe.
Yes, Patrick is safe. So also a forfeit for whoever finishes bottom of this. And bear in mind, Patrick's forfeit last year, he sang 3 Manchester United songs as a Man City fan. Yes. So that's that, guys. So please, from now until the end of the season, chuck in your forfeit suggestions, because honestly, some of them is coming already.
Oh, that's sound. I'll take mid-table mediocrity. Just play it safe. That's fine.
100%. Rich has to wear Nigeria full kit while eating Nigerian jollof rice. Oh my gosh!
You get cooked for life.
I'll be finished.
Cooked for life.
Right, well, Pat, we're gonna put that in the bank, because obviously, as you can see,
I don't think Rich is losing.
As it stands, I don't think I'm finishing bottom, but we'll keep that in the bank, definitely for future things. 100%. So yeah, let's wrap up with some score predictions. Actually, we'll start with our guest.
Right. Hang on. I don't even know who's playing tomorrow.
Just our game.
Oh, just our game.
Oh yeah.
I thought we were going for the league. I was getting psyched.
We'll lose our season ticket.
I think I'll go 2-2 actually.
Is that a good result for us, though, JC?
No.
We need to win this, don't we?
I'm just finding my prediction. What did I say? I said 2-1 Palace. Purely because we need to win. I think a draw's not the end of the world, but it would be nice because, granted, I think we have just tipped the 30-point barrier, if I'm not mistaken.
You've just hit 30, haven't you? We're on 38.
Yeah, we just hit the 30-point barrier, and historically for Palace, it takes ages to get over the 30 points, and then it just starts going again. It happens every 10. We struggle to get to 10, and when we get to 10, we fly up to 30. When we get to 20, we fly up to 30. But I feel like that's a mental block that we've overcome now. It's probably one of the more winnable games from now until the end of the season. Yeah, I would say so. So it's a game we need to win. We need to get points. And yeah, 2-1 Palace. I think that we've got enough in us to win. Eze's got a good knack of scoring against Bournemouth as well. And I do feel like with Glasner, he's got a little bit more about him tactically. So maybe he could find a hole in Iraola's plans with our very wide formation, because I like to stay very compact and stay close to Solanke. So maybe we could hit him on the wide. See what happens, really. 2-1.
Yeah, we still can't defend crosses, so he's sound.
Yeah.
But we can't score from crosses. This might be the time. It might be the time.
Well, JP scored with his head. the other days.
Good-
I mean,
good
the other
point.
month. Actually, wait, when did he score? Okay, maybe last year.
Wasn't it against?
Oh, February.
It was against Brighton, wasn't it? You said
Yeah,
you
it
said.
was a great goal,
Yeah.
but still, it was 2 months ago now.
That's crazy. But yeah, I've gone 2-1 Palace as well, and that's more of hope. You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to manifest it into existence. I
No,
think that's
absolutely.
more of what's happening here.
We
Oh,
need
then
to
I'll manifest 6-0 then, lads. Just
Yeah, let me manifest this sin bin. Anyway.
But yeah, it should be a good game. To be fair, I'm hoping you guys are on the beach. That's what I'm hoping personally.
I think we got one more win in us, then we are fully on the beach. But then I don't think that's Iraola's style, and that was kind of part of the reason why we got rid of O'Neill last season. We were safe with 4 to go, and O'Neill didn't turn up for any of them, and we were shite. So I think that annoyed Foley. I don't think that's Iraola's style, so I don't think we're really going to be settling on the beach, especially when that sort of Europe thing, as far away as that carrot is, while it's still possible, you're still going to want to try it as well, aren't you?
Sure. No, that makes sense.
I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's not what we need.
No. And then we'll be going back to relying on other people's results. Fortunately, Luton's got Arsenal in it.
I think you guys will be sound anyway. I think between Burnley and Sheffield United, they're done.
You know what? Outside shout. I don't think Burnley's done.
Do you reckon?
I don't, because Everton may have another points deduction as well.
Oh, and Everton were crap on Saturday.
I don't think Burnley. They're only 4 points off safety.
No, I still think Burnley and Sheffield, and then I think it's one of Forest, Everton, and Luton. I hope it's Forest. Just their fans, just everything about head and like. I think you guys are sound. Yeah, I think it'll be Forest. To be honest, I really hope Luton do it.
Yeah, I want Luton to stay up purely because I want to go there next season. I didn't get a ticket this year.
Yeah, I mean, if to be fair, I want Everton down. So if it has to be, what do you call it?
I mean,
Sheffield United, Burnley, and Everton, then so be it.
I think Everton have been sort of flirting with it for far too long as well. Like they should have gone last season. They were so poor last season. They should have gone.
Yeah, well, we saved them 1 year as well.
Well, we saved them last year because it was last game of the season. We just didn't bother.
It was, yeah.
And they needed the win. We half-heartedly turned up and they won it. And that was again back to O'Neill being on the beach for the last 4 games.
No, for real. Right, last few comments. I don't know why. It's the whole team, like, so just forfeits for everyone else. This infatuation of me and Nigeria, like, leave me alone.
I think it's all stemming from that one clip with Kelechi when he pulled out the Ghana flag. I think that's where it's all coming from.
Leave me alone. Find something for JC too.
What do you mean?
You're here.
Yeah,
on my way.
I might be here, but
it's just got to be Brighton shirts and Brighton songs on it.
No, that's illegal.
Yeah, there's already something that's like songs, maybe shirts.
Too far, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we've already got a contract drawn up. It can't be shirts.
100%, guys. Now, Rob, first of all, well, thanks again for obviously being available. And you know what? I'm going to shout out Rob. He messaged us. He was like, well, I'm available today if you didn't. He was like, you know what? Yeah, because I won't lie. We were unsure we were doing a preview. We're like, are we doing it? And then it's like, yeah, we did it. So thank you so much, Rob.
No worries, man. Pleasure as always.
JC, please enjoy the journey there. Hopefully there's no traffic or closures on the motorway.
I hope it'll be all right. I hope we get a win.
What are you saying? Is Chairman going to run the vlog tomorrow again?
No. I'm back. Unless you want him to, but yeah, we're back.
So you have to rap M.R. song. If I know you.
I mean, I wouldn't. That would be quite funny, actually.
Guys, I appreciate you all, man. Listen, match reaction.
Thursday, because tactical Wednesday.
Yes, isn't it? We'll see. We'll figure it out.
We might do a reaction preview like we normally
Like
do on
yeah.
multiple game weeks.
Yeah, that might have to be the thing. We'll just do it the same time as the City preview. All right, wicked. Guys, big up.
In a bit.
Up the
Up the
Palace.
Palace. You go.
Here he goes.